All right, so time is flying by, guys. Day number 6 is completed. We have some good trading examples from today's session. We're gonna go over all of them, but before we do, make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe if you haven't done so, and then if you're using the system, leave a comment down below with your results. If you want to join us in a discussion in my personal Discord, the link will be down below as well, so feel free to join us. We reached over 200 members now, so it's cool to have. And first, before we go over the trades, let's just go over the weekly statistics. So we are only on a Thursday, so we still have tomorrow's session to go. But right now, I am up $2,775 on the week. And for 25 total trades, we have 19 winners. So that's a pretty big percentage of winners. So I'm happy to see that. Big difference using the regression mode. And if you notice on the short trades, there is no losses. So when I take a short trade, there's no losses. All of the losses and break evens came from a long trade. So that's something to notice. And if you actually go back all the 6 days on the live account, I still have not taken a single loss on the short side. So that's very interesting. But yeah, let's dive into today's trading session. All right, so first thing is that I started recording today a little bit late. So it's already 9:35. I got filled into this trade and I noticed the recorder wasn't working or wasn't recording. So I hit the record. So I missed the fill. Sorry about that. But here was a little bit of a counter trend trade. You guys could see the market is making higher lows here. And I am using this 3000 tick chart, a full size of it, to determine when I really arm and disarm polarity ATI. And that is the biggest thing for me, I think. We will get filled and it's going to be a winner, but I think this one's a little bit of a lucky one. However, that's why we have small profit targets. All we need is a little bit of a, pullback when we get in, or a little bit of a push when we go into the long side. And then we have a nice trap here, and then it's going to continue much higher. So a good example that if I had a much bigger target, a nice winning trade would have turned into a loss. So that's why I want to keep it at 16 ticks for profit and 16 ticks for a loss. Again, using 75 minimum volume with 0.4 imbalance ratio. All right, guys, so let's dive into trade number 2. All right, so trade number 2 is another trap that I'm looking for. This time I'm trying to go long, and you guys could see I drew a box that I'm looking for, basically a entry in this box. And I think that of these lows and this previous support, or previous resistance rather, it's going to continue to go higher. However, it broke the channel that I had drawn, so that should have been a red flag right there. So it just shows you on this trade that not all of them are going to be perfect. And the reason why a losing trade is a loss, a lot of times it's not because the system didn't work, it's because you just didn't arm it the proper way. So in this case, look how fast I lose on this trade, right? So it's the same concept as yesterday. My loss yesterday was super quick. I get in, it breaks down lower, and it fails. If you would have armed it with the trend mode on the short side, you would have won, So that is the small differences that make and break the system. So the market faded off a lot lower. It was a big fade. So that's how we use stop losses, and we don't fight the market. So that helps. And now we are 1 win and 1 loss on the day. All right, so let's jump into the next trade. All right, so trade number 3, we are looking for a long trade. Again, this time the market is close to the overnight lows. So I feel a little bit more confident with this entry to the long side. And same thing, it already did a mini of a trap. So we had a signal here. I didn't take that one, but now I am looking for this trade. Actually would have worked out, it looks like. Well, that's why you see this setup here almost looks the same as the one I lost on. That's why you can't just judge, it's like, well, why didn't I just go with the trend on the last trade? Well, here it wouldn't have worked. So that's the reason why. And this trade is going to fill here shortly. And again, like I'm thinking, like, what if this just breaks down and keeps going lower, So it's still something that I'm tweaking and working on. But, the statistics say that it's working out pretty well so far. And We are losing more on the long trades, so it's something to consider as well. But I think we should get filled here any moment now. I think the imbalances will show up here maybe. So I am armed longer than I usually am. Like this has been a couple of minutes. I'm armed the whole time. And I'm hoping for a trap here, but we haven't moved from the price too much. So we haven't gone up or haven't gone down from this range. So that's why I'm keeping it armed. If we just continue to sell off and there was no trigger, I would just take it off. Or if we just bounce now and I didn't get a trigger, I would also take it off from the arming. Let's see right here, we get a trap. And right away, I'm like, all right, well, this might just continue lower. Has the same look as the first trade that we lost on. Well, the second trade. We won on the first one, but then the second one, this has the same exact look and the same look as I think yesterday's trade or 2 days ago. We had the same breakdown. And these are the tougher trades. But once it starts to hold up, I get more confident. I almost wanted to move my profit target a little bit higher, but then I'm like, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's just stick to 16 ticks for now. And because I knew if this support holds, this could continue much higher, to like 37. See how explosive it is, this move, and then we get filled, and now we're back up $400. So that was a good third trade, and let's jump into trade number 4. All right, so trade number 4 is very similar to the trade before. As you guys could see on the tick chart, you could see exactly where we are compared to the last trade. And as you guys could see, the last trade would have not worked if I moved my target. Another trade that would have not worked if I moved my target higher. Therefore, again, I am just going to stick with the 16 tick target for that reason. And that trade would have been a loss, and now we would have been fighting ourselves for this trade. This was another trade. I'm like, you know what? I kind of want to move my target because I would love to get to 1,000 on a day. I have not had $1,000 a day yet, so having $1,000 a day would have been nice. And this trade definitely had the potential to go much higher. But another very simple and easy trade, counter trend, not fighting the price action too much. And now we are up $800 in a day. 3 wins, 1 loss, and basically calling it a day after 45 minutes of trading. So can't complain. I used to work all day trading stocks for this kind of profit. My fees would be higher, my stress levels would be a lot higher. So I'm very happy. With a couple clicks of a button, I'm able to make $800 on a day. And again, only using 2 contracts, right? So if we could get to 3 contracts, I could use 3 contracts now easily with the funded account. But it's a mental thing, Once you take a couple losses on 3 contracts, that's down $1,200 in a day. Then mentally it's tougher. So for now, we're gonna stick with 2 contracts. Maybe once we grow, $6,000 cushion, then maybe we could go up to 3 contracts. But as you guys could see, this is going a little bit higher, and we could have had that target for $1,000 a day. But again, in the previous trade, it wouldn't have worked. So we're gonna stick to 16 tick target for now. All right, and really quickly, last trade of the day, scaled down to just 1 contract. As you guys could see, we had another pullback here, another trap. I just was not taking any trades there. Watching it on the tick chart definitely helps to see where the market is. We have a lot of signals for a trend long, and also if you just armed it in regression with the long, you would be, getting beat up quite a lot here. So selection is very important. Actually, in this case, maybe this would have won, but the trend has been quite big. So arming it the wrong way, that's when you're gonna have a bad day, no matter which way you arm the polarity. Unfortunately, this trade is again not going to work out. We'll talk about that in a second here. I should be getting filled momentarily. I don't want to skip it, but I kind of do because the video is about to be 10 minutes. Obviously, again, looking for a long trade. Continuation of this of this big bull run that we have here. The market went to the lows. So the big thing is knowing where you are in the market. Like the price action, the yellow box here, that's the overnight lows, and the market bounced a lot from there, and then it came back down to it. So now it's rotating back up. So knowing where the market wants to go definitely helps. You know, a lot of people were fighting this short, and that's why we have this big squeeze. So here we go, finally get filled. We go into profit quite quickly here. And I have not checked if this trade would have been a win or a loss if I didn't interfere with it. But see, like right away it bounces here, I get excited. I'm like, all right, here we go, here we go. Gonna go. So I just set my stop at break even. Again, it's that anxiety, right? It's the anxiety of giving back profits. Even though I scaled down to just one contract, just let it work. You know, losing trades are usually long, so that's another thing that I had to take into consideration. Our target is 37.8375, so let's take a look how it plays out here, because we will get stopped out break even. So I called it a day there, and unfortunately I stopped the recording, so I have no idea if we would have been filled or not. And now I have my Ninja Trader open right now, so we wouldn't know. But anyway, guys, let me just show you one more thing. All right, so I'm not sure how well you guys will be able to see this, but just being very transparent. So with futures, guys, especially with futures and like Forex, but futures too, it's very easy to paper trade, and a lot of people will not show you the real truth. So again, if something happens with this account, you guys will see, because I will let you know. Again, this is something that I'm using right now, is completely new to me. Footprints, Polarity ATI, all this stuff is new to me. I've been very transparent that I did blow up a 5,000, almost a $5,000 account with Polarity ATI, a real Ninja Trader account, and this is why I'm trading a funded account now. But right now, so the balance started at 100,000, now it's at 3,885. Okay, over the 6-day period, and obviously that is post commission. So pre-commission it's like 41.50 or something like that. So we have about $250 in commissions, which is not bad compared to like trading stocks, especially small caps that I used to trade. I mean, the commissions and the fees were much higher than that. So super happy with how it's going. The threshold is 3,500 on this account. So now the trailing or the tick drawdown is not going to follow me anymore. The account balance is going to stay at 100,000 as minimum. So obviously the max loss per day is still only 2,500, and that's going to stay like that, but the overall loss is going to be a bigger cushion, so that's good to have. But we have a long way to go, so we'll see. But make sure, again, guys, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and let's continue growing this this channel, so I have some motivation to keep posting videos, because it's fun, but it's time consuming, and I do want to kind of put in more effort into editing the videos, recording them better, explaining them better. But again, I'm just showing you guys how I do things, and I'm not trying to teach anyone anything, because I am still learning, and I still stand by the fact that you have to use discretionary analysis to use Polarity ATI. All right, guys, but another successful day, and I'm happy to see it. And plenty of people in the chat room are doing a little bit better as well. So good to see. All right, guys, see you tomorrow, and I'll catch you on the next one.